VFX artists are called artists because they are people who create paintings or drawings for a living. Their paint may be digital, and their canvas may be a computer monitor, but art is art no matter what the medium. Once we understand this, we begin to see that the differences between a VFX artist or video games artist or a cartoonist are actually quite subtle, and what seemed like three totally different branches actually stem from the same tree. First, we drew on the ground with sticks. Later we played with shadows, and then the magic lantern. Then came the Phenakistiscope and flipbooks, and from there, stop motion with clay puppets and hand-drawn animation. All of these animation processes were extremely slow and laborious. In the 20th century, animation painted on cels, which are transparent sheets of celluloid, became very popular because it meant that the background could be painted on one cel and action cels painted over it, thus speeding up the entire process. In the early 1970s, computer animation started to appear. Throughout the 80s, software was constantly being developed and improved, and Disney developed CAPS, Computer Animation Production System. But it wasn't until the 90s that CGI really took off. The 1990s Disney's The Rescuers Down Under, using CAPS, became the first 100% digital feature film produced. In 1991, Disney's Beauty and the Beast became the second traditional 2D animated film to be made entirely using CAPS. In 1993, Jurassic Park successfully combined life-size animations with 3D CG dinosaurs. Industrial Light and Magic created these CG dinosaurs, and ILM founder George Lucas commented, "A major gap has been crossed and things are never going to be the same." Are you looking to learn how to animate for absolutely free? Stick around until the end of the video where we'll tell you how you can learn all the extra tips from 2D to 3D animation for free on Skillshare. In 1995, The Simpsons aired the 6th episode in the Treehouse of Horror Stories. The third segment of this episode was called Homer 3D. A large proportion of it was computer animated. Pacific Data Images were approached to do the episode. PDI were big fans of the show, and they were adamantly jealous of Pixar for getting Toy Story, so even though the money offered, around $6,000, was no way near enough, they did it anyway. You can tell PDI went in for fun just by the number of Easter eggs they put into it. Within the Tron-like atmosphere, PDI added a Utah teapot, which was the first object to be rendered in 3D. The number 734, which on a phone pad writes PDI, they also added references like the Temple of the Mist game. Also, every set of numbers and letters has a hidden meaning. On set, using ASCII codes decodes as Frink rules. In addition, PDI had to do a water simulation and not only create a 3D Homer, but a 3D Bart too. Another show to use CGI and 3D animation is Futurama. In this show, they combine traditional animation with CGI. At Rough Draft's facility in Glendale, the episode is storyboarded and frames with key poses are drawn. At Rough Draft's facility in Seoul, South Korea, hundreds of artists work on the in-betweening, which is drawing all the frames in between one key pose frame and the next. At Rough Draft's facility in Seoul, these frames are then scanned digitally, colored and combined with 3D CG animation created at the Glendale facility. One of the main differences between 3D animation for movies and 3D animation for something like Futurama is that while movies strive for photorealism, here you are constantly trying to avoid it. They do this by modeling their 3D characters and props with imperfections, carefully adjusting the 3D lighting to match hand-drawn frames, and then rendering with a specific non-realistic process that makes the lines and shading look like they were done by hand. The use of computers for animation in the 21st century is now as common as animation was in the 20th century. But the irony of CGI 3D animation and VFX is that although they are heavily used in movies, cartoons and video games, you can only tell when it's been done badly. Do you want to try your hand at animation? The first 1,000 to click the link in the description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership, where you can learn all the trade secrets and techniques from professionals in the field, from basics in 2D animation to advanced 3D modeling and rigging. In just half an hour with Walt Wonderwalk, I made this funky Mario Bros animation, and I could instantly see how powerful and useful this free trial could be in the right hands. Skillshare really does put industry-level techniques at your fingertips, so don't hesitate to click the link below and give it a try. Please give us a like if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget the links to the music used in this video in the video description, and as always, let us know in the comments which movie VFX you'd like to see behind next.